Episode 6. Claimed once, forgotten now. Few days later, Audrey's world shattered. News broke across California like wildfire. Leslie Russel, the infamous mafia kingpin, had been involved in a catastrophic accident. The incident dominated headlines, flooded social media, and turned the underworld into a storm of speculation. Audrey heard it by accident. She had been standing in a shopping mall when the whispers began to coil around her. "Did you hear? The Russel heir nearly died. They say it was brutal. He lost his memory." Memory loss. The words struck her like a bullet. Her breath caught violently in her throat. A chill slid down her spine. What? How? When? Back in her room, Audrey leaned weakly against the wall, fingers trembling as she scrolled through her phone. Images splashed across her screen, photographs of Leslie's bloodied body being wheeled into an ambulance. His powerful frame, once untouchable, now broken, bandaged, unconscious. The accident had happened weeks ago. Weeks. And she hadn't known. Guilt clawed at her chest. How had she been so blind, so distant, so absent? That night, she didn't sleep. His face haunted her thoughts. The silence between them now felt unbearable. The next morning, once her parents stepped out, she bathed, dressed in one of the elegant outfits Leslie had once bought for her, and left for the hospital. Delane's hospital towered ahead, a sleek glass structure reflecting the pale sky like a monument to power and tragedy. Audrey rushed inside, her pulse wild. She intercepted a red-haired nurse near the corridor. "Please, I'm here to see Leslie Russel," she said breathlessly. "How is he? I need to see him." "Calm down, ma'am," the nurse replied professionally. "Who are you to him?" "I'm Audrey." The nurse studied her carefully. "This is your first visit. Only individuals Leslie recognizes are granted access." "I'm his friend," Audrey insisted, desperation edging her voice. "I'm afraid someone has already identified herself as his girlfriend." Girlfriend. The word sliced deep. Audrey blinked, stunned. Leslie had a girlfriend. Her chest tightened painfully. "Has he spoken since the accident?" she asked quietly. "He's in a coma," the nurse replied. "Severe trauma and memory loss." Audrey's hand flew to her lips. "Please, just let me see him, just once." After a moment's hesitation, the nurse nodded. They walked toward the intensive care unit, the sterile hum of machines filling the corridor. "Wait here," the nurse said, entering first. Seconds later, the ICU door opened, and Audrey froze. Krishnakali stepped out. Elegant, perfect, smiling. "Surprise," she said smoothly, folding her arms. "You're late." Audrey's voice trembled. "You're his girlfriend." "Did you expect otherwise?" Krishnakali's gaze swept over Audrey's outfit. "He bought you that dress, didn't he? I remember you looking less impressive before." The insult burned. Tears threatened, but Audrey swallowed them down. "I'm not here to compete," she said quietly. "I just want to see him." Krishnakali tilted her head thoughtfully before stepping aside. 10 seconds. Inside, the room was warm, heavy with the rhythm of medical machines. Leslie lay motionless on the hospital bed. Bandages wrapped around his torso and forehead. Dried stains of blood marked the gauze. His once commanding presence was reduced to stillness. Yet even pale and wounded, he looked powerful. Untouchable. Beautiful. Audrey stepped closer, tears sliding down her cheeks. Oh, Leslie. She realized then how deeply she loved him, how empty she had felt without him, how desperately she needed his voice, his presence, his dominance. But he had forgotten. Forgotten everything. The next time she returned, she was denied entry. Krishnakali had ensured it. Audrey pleaded with doctors, with nurses, but doors remained closed. Then Krishnakali appeared and delivered words sharp enough to scar. Words that shattered what little confidence Audrey had left. Broken and humiliated, Audrey stopped visiting. Weeks later, news spread again. Leslie had been discharged, but he no longer recognized anyone from his former life. Employees were dismissed, old staff replaced, his empire rebuilt from scratch. And he needed a new secretary. Audrey saw her opportunity. If she could not reach him through love, she would reach him through proximity. She applied. Perhaps, standing before him again, something would awaken. A flicker of recognition. A spark. An instinct. The interview invitation arrived. Audrey stared at the message, heart racing. Would he look at her like a stranger? Or would his soul remember what his mind could not? One way or another. She was walking back into the lion's den. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to unlock episodes. Also click on the bell button so you get notifications on this series. Share, like, and comment.